Welcome to the Breakfast Show. And today on the Breakfast Show, we're starting right that on a very sad note as the world is mourning. Earthquakes of various magnitude have struck Turkey and Syria, killing more than 17,000 people in Turkey and more than 3,000 plus in Syria, leaving the death toll to about 20,000 plus. Many people have been trapped under this rubble, toddlers, professional TikTok stars, and even a footballer from Ghana, Christian Atsu, has been trapped in the rubble, but to God be the glory, he was rescued alive. I'm your host, Marvelous Achafu Kelechi, and I'm always joined by Chimerizi and Awunaya in our studios in Canada. Chimerizi, welcome to the show.
Thank you,
Breakfast
Mr.
show
Kelechi.
starts now.
Guide was murdered.
You saw what happened. The entire world is mourning. People are crying. I would like to first take you on this. Do you feel like the government of Turkey and Syria did enough to secure the life of their citizens? Because it's more than 72 hours gone now. Survival chances is at the minimum because they say what's going on over there, saw some videos and the rest of them. Do you feel like they did enough to secure the lives of their citizens?
To be honest, natural disasters are something everybody doesn't pray for, but natural disasters do happen. For the government of Turkey and Syria, they have done what is humanly possible. Even the WHO, the World Health Organization, also has sent international, humanitarian aids to Turkey and Syria to help with their local search and rescue mission. So I would say the world at large, not just the government, but the world at large has responded to the crisis in Turkey with sympathy, empathy to the Turkish nations and to the Syrian nations. There is nothing much we can do the other than do what is humanly possible and save the life that can be saved. But this is where we need to also look at infrastructures. Would they redesign Turkey cities? Would they redesign the Turkey suburbs and the Syria suburbs so it is more casual when such earthquakes happens in the near future? Will they change their building materials? Because most of the things we could see were cemented houses with rods. Will they change their building materials to maybe something more lighter than wood, which is used in America and the Western European countries? So in such places like in the Caribbean islands, when earthquakes do happen, once it's just woods and little things falling, you have more chances of survival than when rocks and cement are falling from the sky.
So you are saying they should use wood to build their houses?
Yes, in such a places that are called high risk zones for natural disasters, you have to use lighter survival materials so that citizens will survive. If you were in a house when an earthquake or a tornado hits
It's
and it's
survive.
a
Oh,
wooden
I'm trying to
house,
get that because over there, Chimerizi, over there. Yeah, I want to just get your point. Thank you for pricing because I know over there you could build wooden houses. Even I look at some of your windows, there are no burglary proof in Canada. But I dare you to try that in developing countries, even countries like Syria and Turkey. They are going to be robbed in less than 24 hours. Your property is gone, killed on the spot. So some houses, I get your point that maybe we need to start looking at putting things that are, what's the word, that relates to the climate or relates to the environmental, factors. But sometimes one of the environmental factor is security. And when they feel like, what, security, we can't provide security, that's why people build their burglary proof and build strong houses that can withstand maybe the coming in of thieves or the coming in of other elements
just
that want to
just to
maybe
cut you
break about
on
them.
that, even if theft is one of the reasons why they have cemented houses, the second question is, if in terms of crisis, where do people run? Do they have bunkers where people can run and say, okay, we are expecting a tornado, we are expecting this amount of earthquakes you're not getting? this voltage of earthquakes, where can people run to? Are they bunkers? Are they safe areas where people can run to? So if we say, okay, cemented buildings is to stand against burglary, what about building bunkers for safety for people? In America, there are bunkers where people could go to, there are shelters people could run to for safety. Instead of running to churches that are not meant for this kind of natural disasters or running to mosques, people need to run to places that are structurally built for safety during natural disasters.
One thing that is also sad is seeing the entire volleyball team being covered under that rubble. Such a sad event. But Chime, the one thing that attracted my listening, just wrapping this up, is the fact that World Health, like you said on the program, World Health, UNICEF, UN, they are willing to donate. They are about donating money to these victims through the government system. Don't you feel like the governments of both Turkey and Syria, most especially Syria, have been insincere with the expenditures that they have been doing over time? And rather than UN and other agencies give them this money, they should actually be on ground to provide support. Use the money to buy materials, relief materials. Everything should be utilized by UF rather than this method where they just donate money to government officials. But that's what they always do in Nigeria. They donate $1 billion, or want to fight Boko Haram by donating $1 billion, which most times we don't see the money being utilized. So the same thing I'm saying in this Syria and Turkey case, don't you feel like they should rather have come on board?
I do agree.
By providing, rather than
I
donating
do
to the
agree
government.
with you on that said topic, because like we have seen in Africa where billions of US dollars have been donated even to churches, NGOs, and to government, and we see no reasons. Even here in Canada during the summer, you'll see people donating and asking for donations. And the one question is, where is all this money? Who is held accountable? Are they, are people who use this money illegally, or
Even Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter use the money to be going to hotel, buying Gucci bag, buying Rolex, Gucci watch. She was too shameless, buying Louis Vuitton cap. I don't know, she's the same Black Lives Matter, but what matter was her belly and her jewelries. So they're all criminals, as far as I'm concerned. Most of these people, you can't even trust even people in the UK. We saw the case of even people using monuments for autism patients in UK for being donated by NHS, and they were spending it on expensive bags and foreign trips, carrying it to Disney World. So I never trust them. Yes, sorry for to say. I never trust
no problem. I feel the same way. I feel the UN, the United Nations, and the WHO should be there on ground. If they say this money we are donating are for food, they should be there to distribute the food themselves. We should stop going through this third party. Even us as LGBTQ members in Nigeria and abroad, we've had situations where big organizations go and donate money and give solid activist money to give to the local public and local members of the community, and they end up using it for their personal gains and personal use. So it has happened. So I think now the solution is, if you are an NGO, you have this money, do the due diligence to get your staff, to get your organization on the ground to give people this money. And again, also take the necessary step to make sure that you are not giving this money repeatedly to the same people. For example, if you are giving food and you see you've given this family same food, if they come again to ask for food the same day, okay, I've already given this family. You have to have a form of ID, have a form of logistic to know that you are not giving the same people, so that one person will not eat the food meant for the whole community and one person will not take all the money meant for the whole community. We need to do our own diligence. We should stop this lazy out of, we don't want to be there. We just want to support financially. It is okay. We love that. But I think financial support is good, but also a manpower is needed. We need to take the time to go down to these places. Since this happened, has the American president, has the White House made any visit to Turkey? Has the president of the United Nations visited these victims? What are the steps being taken? It's not just shouting on TV or staying in their luxurious studio to say, oh, we sympathize with you. Make the effort, go to the victims, visit them. Let us show that we are still human at the time that is needed.
Yeah, thank you very much. I feel like that could not have been said better. I pray that they look into it, and like what you said, hope that the Syrian and the Turkish governments, because that's one thing, I don't trust developing countries anymore. If I don't trust any country, forget it, developed country, because of the institutions there, it makes it harder for government officials to siphon money. But In developing countries, the money just goes under the drain. Just like the way we've seen activists, like you said, in our community, swallow money in the event of trying to provide funds for LGBT, provide mental health therapy, and some of them pouring Christmas and Valentine in New Year and the rest of it. Bunkum criminals. That's our offering for breaking news. That's our offering for the breakfast show for this segment. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. To the next episode. See you guys later.